Alright, here we go. This is going to be a look at Joseph Myrick from the Force in Georgia sting. The cocaine predator, the Dick Hungwell predator. That's his that's his screen name, Dick Hungwell. That's not me just saying, hey, I know from experience. His name is Dick. He's Dick Hungwell, no, that's his screen name. But yeah, he's a very interesting character, actually. This guy's pretty interesting. He's not an upstanding citizen by any means. He's been in jail. He had 11 prior arrests, as we'll see. He's also likes cocaine, obviously. So he's not an upstanding citizen, but then on top of it, he's also a predator. So that's not too great. But it's an interesting segment. It's an entertaining segment. And so let's just get into it here. I don't know.
A tractor trailer coming down the road. Get ready.
You can probably guess what this next suspected sex predator does for a living.
All right, he's here. Let him turn off the engine. He won't be able to hear anything until he cuts the engine.
It's so interesting. A lot of these predators... A lot of these predators are always so concerned about, being inconspicuous. They want to be subtle about it. These guys, they come in with their cars, they park like further down the road, just to kind of not draw any suspicion to themselves. You see guys like Mowo, if you all recall, he turns around. And looks back as he walks into the house, trying to make sure that, hey, no one's looking or anything. And then this fucking idiot comes in, driving this huge ass, semi truck. I mean, it's it's just the not the trailer, but just the actual truck part. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna park it here. No, trying to be, nothing suspicious about this. It's just subtly, I'm just coming in with my truck, and that's it. But it's interesting too. Obviously this is the South, and a pretty remote location in Georgia, if I recall correctly. Forts in Georgia. I'm not sure if that's near any major population centers or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure it's just kind of in the bowels of Georgia. I mean, it's not near any city or anything like that, so maybe he felt like he could get away with it. Maybe if this was a little bit somewhere more populous, maybe it would have been more of an issue. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's really like right on the border. I actually didn't realize that it was right on the border, essentially, of Alabama. Yeah, who the hell knew? So yeah, it's really out there, man. It's really far from Atlanta's like more on this side. It's like all the way across the state. So that's pretty interesting. I never actually realized that before. Look at that. I learned something new every day. But yeah, I mean, that's still, it doesn't help the point at anything, with him saying, oh man. It doesn't help at all. It's still driving a fucking huge ass truck. If anyone knows, if any neighbor were to see this, they'd be like, why the hell is there a truck in their driveway? Nothing suspicious going on here at all. Jesus.
Predator does for a living.
All right, he's here. Let him turn off the engine. He won't be able to hear anything until he cuts the engine. Let's let him get down.
He's a 41-year-old truck driver from Fayetteville, Georgia. Joseph.
And did they really have to say that he was a truck driver? No, I couldn't put two and two together there.
Myrick. He thinks a 15-year-old girl is
just look at this guy.
To have sex with him.
No suspicion walking into the house at all. This guy's like wall strolling up, I'm surprised he's not like, flailing, a little bit, he's not really much hesitation, but he's also he's not nervous or anything. He doesn't look like he's nervous or anything. He's just strolling in. Yeah, man, I'm here. What's up? In his fucking jean shirt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. hat. I fucking love it, man. This guy doesn't give a fuck, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
Is inside, ready to have sex with him.
Hey, you made it. Come on in. I'm just getting some laundry out. Okay.
His screen name is...
And it's so great, you know, because the Georges thing is great because you really see a lot of people who just don't give a shit about their, you know, physical appearance or anything like that. I mean, you know, you can't do anything about your genetics, you know, I mean, unless, you know, you want to go get plastic surgery or something. You can't really do much about your genetics. But in Georgia, especially, you know, there's a lot of predators who just don't give a fuck about their appearance, you know. I mean, this guy speaks for himself, but the Gerald White is also another example, you know. I mean, just a lot of guys who have already clearly given up. And, you know, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, it's something I think it's maybe speaks about the culture. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting, man. I like that too. No profile picture either. They used the one of him in this thing. I don't have his chat log pulled up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I cannot spell. Joseph Myrick. I don't have his chat log pulled up. I want to see, did he send a profile? Does he have a profile picture? Dick hung well. It's such a great fucking, you know, I mean, it's so great that that's his fucking screen name too. I do want to make a comment about that. I'll wait until they say it in the segment. But yeah, it doesn't look like he has a profile picture. I mean, that's a bit interesting. Yeah, pervert has no picture. What the fuck, Joseph? You can't even send a fucking picture of yourself? Come on, dude.
Too graphic to use, but in his chat he asks the decoy.
Okay, so he says it right there.
The screen name is too graphic to use.
Too graphic to use. So you know, it's one thing when they, you know, say that, you know, it's too graphic. It's too graphic for network television. But they put a screen name like "Can I rape you anally" up on the fucking you know, they just say it out there, you know, what kind of screen name is "Can I rape you anally"? You know, and they put it on the screen and everything. But Dick hung well, that's not good enough. But you know what? It's obnoxious. It is obnoxious, you know. You can't just make a claim that your dick is hung well. Although I really do like that, you know, this guy's just straight up Dick hung well. It just kind of speaks about his personality, I guess, as I almost knocked the fucking microphone over. It just really speaks about his personality. But, you know, you can't just make a claim like that without any visual proof, you know. I'm not sure if he, you know, sent a picture. I haven't read his chat log, actually, at all. Maybe I'll do that a little bit later today. But I don't know if he ended up actually sending a dick pic. But you can't just make a claim like that and not even back it up. And if he did send a pic, I'm a little bit ashamed of NBC, even if it's blurred a little bit. They usually still show the dick pic, you know, the blurred version of it. And maybe I could get a little bit of an answer there. But no, they don't show his blurred dick pic here. So it's all up to speculation, I guess. I mean, it is all speculation at this point.
He asks the decoy, when it comes to sex, are there any positions you like best? The person pretending to be the 15-year-old says, I only did the one. Then he says, well, we'll try others. When the decoy says it's awesome that he's bringing the big truck, he says, awesome. Well, I do not want your mom finding out. That would mess up.
So he's like, I don't want your mom to find out. So he brings a fucking truck to the house. Dude, like, what the fuck? Oh man, you know, it's incredible, man. It's incredible. You know, this huge ass truck, I'm sure, is going to leave you know, like if he drives it on the grass or whatever, it's gonna leave, like, you know, some tire marks or something like that. But no, he doesn't want his mom to find out. Doesn't want her mom to find out. Oh man, you know, that's incredible. Good job, Joseph. You know, really fucking stupid. You know, when I remember I was moving about a year ago, actually. Shit, sorry. I was moving and I had to move the moving truck onto my lawn, and yeah, it made a mark. It made marks. So I'm just assuming that, you know, it's gonna be the same thing if fucking Myrick tried to do that here. I don't know though. Let's continue.
Would mess up a good thing.
That's a big truck you got. How do you drive that thing?
Well, to be honest with you, it's like driving a car.
Well, I would love to go for a ride sometime.
Well, I'd love to take you.
Where exactly were you going to take her in that truck of yours?
I was just gonna take her around, see certain places, and talk to her.
Like where?
Talking a mile a minute. I love it. Take it to go
Where
see some
exactly were you
lights.
going to take her in that truck of yours?
I was just gonna take her around, see certain places.
No, I don't even think. I don't think I could even talk like that, even if I
Take her in that
tried.
truck of yours.
I don't think I'll take her around. I can't. I can't. Even when I'm trying to talk, like I can't speak that fast. I was gonna take her around, to see some certain places. See certain places. Just talk to her. It's funny. It is great when you're a native English speaker. And they need to put subtitles in for your stupid ass who can't even speak, It's really interesting, It reminds me of Viva La Bam, when that fucking psychopath Don Vito would be ranting. They would have to put subtitles in, and sometimes they straight up didn't know what the fuck he was saying, so they just put like question marks in there. That guy's fucking dead. I'm surprised. How is this guy still alive? I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that this guy hasn't fucking died somehow yet. I don't know. We'll get into that a little bit later about what he's up to. What he's up to these days.
See certain places, talk to her.
Like where?
She just want to go for a ride. I take her for a ride. I mean, nothing. I ain't mean no harm. I'm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. Trying to. Be no idiot and no pervert or nothing.
That's what he says now.
This guy is such a creep, man. Imagine this like being your first, sexual experience with Joseph Myrick here. I mean, this guy's probably got a lot of diseases, because he doesn't wear a condom like Lee Guerreros does, because of diseases. He probably has, VD. Probably has VD. Maybe hepatitis back in the day, But, he's probably got, crabs also. Just seems to me like a guy who would get crabs. But, it's really, I don't know what is going through. I mean, I say it so much, but I don't know what is going through these guys' minds, when they, oh, man, 13-year-old, that's pretty good, should I, shower a little bit, maybe shave before going in before there, get some new clothes, something like that, not wear the Dale Jr. hat, take one look in the mirror. Yeah, man, I look fucking good, man. Yeah, man, I look fucking good. There's no fucking hesitation. There's no doubts in the back of their mind or anything, It's fucking ridiculous. It really is.
What he said to her online.
You say, well, I do think you're damn sexy, and was wanting to know if you have ever had sex.
Oh, did I?
How did I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well,
I have it all right here, so you might as well just tell me right
I
now.
ain't disputing it. No, sir,
Yeah.
I ain't disputing it. I'm just damn.
I think you
He's just like, oh, damn, I actually said that shit. I fucking love it. He's just like, oh, did I? Oh, man, I didn't know I was getting that. I have talked to so many underage girls, I got them kind of confused. Which ones I was talking to. Did I say that to this girl? Oh, shit.
probably have a very nice ass as well.
I just fell into the conversation. I ain't gonna sit here and try to make no excuses for the things I said because I fell into the conversation. It was teetotally.
It was teetotally?
It was wrong. And,
You say, yeah, I'll be your bear, and we bears like tasting honey.
Oh, what kind of line is that? Oh, what kind of fucking line is that? What? Awesome, you're like a real life teddy bear. Oh, Natasha, this is the same chick that was talking to Gerald White. Oh man, this decoy must have fucking needed therapy or something after talking to these two. Was she the same one that talked to Jim Klein? I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't type. I can't type. I really can't. Was he the same one that talked to Jim Klein? Hold You Closer, 2003. Was she the same one? Natasha? Yeah, it is! Look at this! The trio right here, man. Oh, Jim Klein in all of his fucking glory right here. But yeah, Natasha! Natasha, you're a fucking hoe, Natasha. You strung along three completely innocent people, Natasha. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. And fucking Polkit, yo. Polkit is a character too, man. I want to review him eventually. But yeah, it's really, she talked to Jim Klein, talked to Gerald White, and now the dick hung well. What the fuck, man? But yeah, I'll be like your real life teddy bear, and we bears like tasting honey. You think that works? What the fuck? What makes you want to say that to somebody? I mean, I understand that it's online and everything, but I don't know what makes you want to say something like that to somebody. What is going through your head when you type that? Awesome, you're like a real life teddy bear. LOL at teddy bear. Yeah, I'll be your bear. Awesome, we bears like tasting honey. What a fucking idiot.
Get back to me like that right there, and I realizing what I said. No, you're right.
What do you think would have happened if I wasn't here? And in fact, a 15-year-old girl was here.
I told myself, I get in here to sit and just talk to her,
You just said you were going to take her for a ride in the truck.
If she wanted to go,
How do you think a girl's father would feel if a 40-year-old man took a 15-year-old girl for a ride in a truck?
He'd be upset, right?
And he'd be justified with it.
Oh, yes, he would.
You own that rig yourself?
No, sir.
So you work for a company that owns that rig?
Yes, sir.
And how do you think they'd take to the fact...
I wonder what happened to this truck, I mean, that was... you can see the truck sitting there still when you're in Gerald White... when you're watching Gerald White... Gerald White's segment, you can see the truck still sitting there. So, you can see the truck still sitting there in this segment. So I wonder how long that truck was sitting there, or how long, what they ended up having to do to that truck. I mean, you can see it; it's fucking there. It's still there in a lot of segments too. I mean, not just Gerald White's segment, but this is the most notable. There it is. There it is. There's the fucking truck. How long was it sitting there? That's what I want to know. But yeah, Gerald White. Oh man, this is so great.
Get on the ground now. Get down.
Never gets old. All right, back to Myrick though.
You're out driving that rig around, going to meet a 15-year-old girl.
Well, they would look on it as in a bad note, look at
a bad note.
A bad note. That's a fucking understatement there, Myrick. Oh yeah, they probably look at it as a bad note.
It actually looks.
You know what?
He says, look at it like how it actually looks. It looks bad. That's a bad swat. It's a bad note.
It was foolish.
It was the wrong thing to do, and it won't happen again. I know you got a job to do, and I see it all the time. And
you see what all the time?
On news reports.
You've seen stories on television news about guys coming over to meet underage kids.
Yes, sir, but
I'm
this dude's like, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen this shit on television before, But it doesn't deter him, so that's the scary thing. But it's also interesting too because sorry, I'm like too energetic right now. I don't know what it is, this guy got into a good mood, I guess, just watching this or something. I don't know, but he's like, yeah, but what are the chances that they're gonna be here in suburban, or not suburban, but the bowels of Georgia, forts in Georgia. If they're gonna do a sting, they're gonna do it somewhere more populated, So what are the chances, of me getting caught? And then he just fucking walks into it anyway. That's probably what a lot of these guys actually thought of, because James Klein also said the same thing, like, oh man, I heard about people getting arrested, they show up and it's a sting, they get the handcuffs thrown on them, and boom, they're a registered offender for the rest of their life. But no, they're like, but yeah, he's like, man, what are the chances of me getting caught by Dateline? Of all the places that they can go in the country, they're going to forts in Georgia. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm taking that. It's like no risk, it's no risk,
With Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teens.
I mean, this probably isn't even the worst decision that Myrick made this, week. It's probably not the worst decision that this guy's made. It's by far one of the worst decisions that he's ever made. I mean, does this even crack the top 10?
If there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we're happy to hear it, and if not, you're obviously welcome to walk out the door you came in.
I told myself on the way down here, just talk to her, and just stay away from the sexual overtones.
The 41-year-old leaves the house, and you know what happens next.
Get on the ground, now. All the way down, all the way down.
Oh man, it doesn't sound right, you know. It doesn't sound right. I mean, it's the same camera angle, exactly like the same camera angle that they use when they take down Gerald White. It's like the same exact camera angle. It just doesn't sound right. You know, every time I see this camera angle, I think of Gerald White. Yeah, get on the ground. You know, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right, you know.
Now, all the way down, all the way down.
No
Turns
screaming,
out this
nothing.
isn't Myrick's first
It's
time.
not, it doesn't do anything for me.
I'm in handcuffs.
Yes, sir. This individual, Joseph Myrick, he's had 11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior
11
arrests.
prior
It could
arrests.
range from possession of drugs to simple battery to theft. Pretty good little record that we have on him. Started as early as 1983.
Wow.
He was never convicted on the battery or theft charges, but in the 1990s, he was convicted of 6 misdemeanors and 1
I love
felony
this
drug
right here.
charge.
I love this. You know, he gets in there. He's like, "Oh man, back home, right where I belong." You know, no. You know, a lot of these guys are hyperventilating and everything. You know, freaking out, melting down. This guy's just like, "All right, oh man, you got one of these roomy, you got one of these roomy police vans here. You know, I can stretch my legs out a little bit." He's just like, damn, man, this is nice. You know, you guys pulling out all the stops for me. You know, he gets into the jail. He's like, oh, man, you even got my usual cell ready for me, hey? Who's this guy? There's somebody else here.
But in the 1990s, he was convicted of...
Who's this guy? Who is this guy? This is a guy in handcuffs, too. Who the hell is this? I don't recognize this dude.
6 misdemeanors and 1 felony drug charge. After Myrick's arrest, his
this is one of the great moments in TCAP right here.
searched.
Cocaine! Yo, this fucking huge bloke right here. I mean, yo, this guy is just like, yo, there's a lot of, cocaine. There's a lot of debate in the TCAP community, actually, about, you know, what this guy's ulterior motive is right here. You know, is he trying to show off for the cameras the way that he's saying that? I don't think so. You know, I think he's just trying to kind of highlight. He's probably was searching around.
Myrick's arrest, his truck is searched.
Cocaine. And he looks at the camera as he says it too. But yeah, you know, it's I think, you know, he's probably just been searching around for this cocaine for a while. He's been searching this fucking rig, and he's like, damn, man, I have to go search this fucking huge ass truck, man. They have like 17 glove compartments in there, you know. But and so he's like, damn, you know, I finally found it. He's probably searching for like 10-20 minutes, and he's probably like, damn, I finally found it. He's like, hey, he's excited, you know, cocaine, you know. He's probably pretty excited about it. So but some people seem to think that he's showing off for the cameras here. I don't think so. I think he's also, you know, part of it is, you know, he's saying, hey, you know, this guy's such an upstanding citizen. You know, not only is he showing up for a you know, a rendezvous with a minor, but he's also got cocaine, and he was going to take this girl in his truck with him. This guy's an animal, you know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Who knows what this guy's fucking ulterior motive is? But man, this guy's a great. You know, I wish we could see some more from this cop. You know, he's definitely like, you could tell he's a nice dude. You know, cocaine.
Myrick's arrest, his truck is searched.
Cocaine.
Detectives find cocaine. Myrick is then brought
He's
in
like,
for
damn, man. He's like, damn, this guy's a real piece of work.
questioning, where he appears to admit what he's done is wrong.
Do you have any kids?
No, so I got nieces and
Oh
nephews.
God, poor thing. So imagine that he's going to like a barbecue or something, and then Uncle Joe, Uncle Joseph is there, and this dude's like, God, you know, coming in. He clearly hasn't showered in a couple days. You know, he's got his long, greasy hair. And he's like, "Hey, come over here," and he puts his arm around his niece, like, ugh, that's gross, that's creepy, man. And he probably smells like cigarettes and beer. Meth, maybe, I don't know. And he just busts out. He's like, okay, young Timmy, you know, this is called a line of cocaine. I'm going to show you how I do it right here. As he, you know, you know, he's just the type of guy that no one wants to be around. You know, he's like, you know, he gets himself, he puts the punch bowl on his head. You know, he's like shotgunning 30 beers, and dude, like, whoa, slow down a little bit, cuz there's children around. He's like, yeah, so what? He's like, you know, he's probably, I don't know if he is the fuck up of the family or what, but, you know, who knows? I think it would be a pretty good guess.
This thing.
You want an honest answer?
Honest answer.
I want to kill him.
Then the investigator asks Myrick about his use of cocaine.
I'm gonna tell you like it is. When I talked both times, I did talk to her. You know, I was in town and I was under the influence of it.
That's like Jim. That's like Jim Klein saying, "Oh, I had a couple of glasses of wine." So I didn't really know what I was saying. You know, imagine that, man. Imagine that these two locked. You know, him and Klein locked up in the same cell together. Oh my God. One dude can't hold his wine. This dude was coked out out of his fucking mind. It looks like a different. Looks like a different person here, by the way. He looks completely different.
Seems to blame the cocaine for his current predicament. He'll be charged with drug possession, along with attempting to commit child molestation. And
this judge, you can tell this judge right here is like, oh man, I feel good about you know, telling this guy off, you know, right now, you know, I'm gonna tell him off right now. She's like, yeah, man, this guy's a real piece of shit, and this is why I got into the profession, to tell people off like this.
Contact.
I'm going to set the criminal attempt child molestation at $15,000.
And it's just for him. It's just him like another day. You know, most of these guys are like, you know, you can tell that they've had a rough night in the jails. But no, this guy's just got his arms crossed, all casual about, yeah, can we get this over with, man? You know, but yeah, that's it. That's Joseph Myrick.
$5,000.
That is Joseph Myrick, a fucking
$15,000.
real piece of work. But you know, it's interesting. You know, I've been talking to some of the members of the TCAP community about, you know, about where this guy is today, and apparently, I don't know, he doesn't show up on any. Again, I can't spell. Joseph Myrick, RSO. He doesn't. I don't know if he shows up here anymore as an RSO, and I don't know why that is. But some people have apparently tracked him down, and apparently he's living in a motel right now that's full of drugs and other RSOs. As I'm aware, I might be getting some of that detail wrong, but yeah, I mean it's a bit weird. He's kind of living his dream life right now. You know, he's in a shitty rundown motel, and you know, with a bunch of RSOs, bunch of drugs in the area. You know, it's a perfect life for him, you know. I wonder, you know, something that I've been thinking about recently, too, you know, is how some of these predators are dealing with the COVID situation, you know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that most of these predators, you know, these predators that were caught on TCAP would be the ones that don't comply. You know, they're the ones that throw a fit when they say, hey, wear a mask, buddy. You think this guy's wearing a mask, yo? You know, actually, you know what? I bet you, because he's probably got like 20,000 different bandanas. I bet you he probably rocks a bandana as a face covering. I don't know. You know, you think that he even knows if anything is going on? You think he even knows that anything's even going on, you know? If he still drives truck, you know, I mean, it's like he probably still has work. You know, he's probably still hauling shit around, you know, he's still an essential worker, believe it or not. Jesus Christ, imagine this guy is considered an essential worker here. But, you know, it's funny, you know, do you even think he knows that anything's even going on, you know? Oh, man, it's just like, you know, he comes home, drives truck for like 8 hours a day, you know, goes into the motel, man, what's going on here, you know? I mean, where's all the usual hookers that are in this area, you know? I don't know. That's just more speculation on my part. I don't know. But yeah, you know, we need a where are they now with Joseph Myrick. I don't know though. But yeah, that's gonna do it, I think. Somehow this is a 28-minute long video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.